How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I think I might have just found some secret dev tool hidden in the game that they're forgetting to take out before release. Either that or it's something they're working on for console players, Xbox and PlayStation 5. I say that because there's some features in here that are really, I think they'll work very well for someone who uses a control pad. Allow you to type, rather than type things in, access items very, very quickly just by the click of a button. So anyway, without further ado, I'll tell you how I'd come about this and how it works. And if you find any other things in the game, let me know. Put them in the description. Also, if you find a different way of accessing this via a keyboard or with a mouse, let me know as well. I've only been able to get this to work using my controller. But yeah, what you do, press and hold the two thumbsticks, press them both together, left and the right one, and then you get this menu. And it gives you access to pretty much everything in the game. But it also gives you access to items that that shouldn't be in here, like Scorched Earth, including the structure sets as well, which I was quite happy about. Lots of tech items. You've got community items in there, things from Extinction. You've even got Aberration in there. Not all of the maps, which I find very bizarre. And also, for instance, if you go to Extinction Eggs, you know, you've only got like the owl pellets, the snow owl, and the velociraptor. Sorry, the velociraptor. So yeah, really strange. But anyway, I'll go through a few of these things with you. But also, when you get in there yourself, have a mess about with it. Again, let me know what you find in there. I found this this could be a very useful tool if this is being used in creative mode, specifically for spawning in dinosaurs and structures as well, rather than to kind of type them in and find them. But yeah, I initially thought when I went to the open maps, it had all the maps listed on here. So these all the maps have been kind of confirmed so far for ASA. And I thought I might get a sneak peek of an unfinished version, but unfortunately, when you click on these maps, nothing happens. But yeah, but the more I think about it though, you've also got when you can jump to different areas in the map as well. So I believe also this potentially could be something that the trailer team used quite a bit, because some of these areas that are labelled on here, for instance, my base, that's probably going to be the wooden structure that was seen in the trailer. So the wooden cabin that JG Fizz built. So again, that's probably something that he would always go to allow everyone, I guess, to kind of spawn in at the same location while having to type in coordinates or get teleported across. But as an example, if you go to Fierce Peak, again, it spawns here super quick as well, which I like. You can whiz around the map very, very quickly. But that peak there, is it that peak there? Yeah, that peak there looks very similar to the peak that was in the trailer where you see in the Argentavis. And again, same with other areas in the map. So, for instance, if you go to the, where is it? The Redwoods, you can see over there in the distance that broken down bridge. And again, I think that was shown. I haven't spent much time going back and dissecting and looking at the trailer, but I think that's also an area that was in the trailer as well. Let us go to the Central Cave. Yeah, I don't know if that was actually part of the trailer. But again, like I say, I do think it's something that the dev team have been using to kind of get around the map, get everyone in one location, working together. But the thing I really like about this this tool, is the fact that you can spawn in pretty much every single dinosaur that is on the map. And again, from here, it's very similar to, I believe it was, is it Mobius? I think is a mod for Ark Survival Evolved, where you can pick and choose and search for different items within each mod. But with this one, it's quite good. You can choose whether it's tamed, if it's got a saddle, if it's a baby, if it's a male, a female, and also the dino level as well. So if we just want to spawn the Deodon, there we go. Just pop straight back in there. It's got its saddle on, and it's raring to go. I'm going to move out the way there because that Rex is probably going to cause us some problems. So let me just kind of move over here somewhere out of the way. Where are we? That'll do. Okay, next to the water. What could go wrong? But yeah, but I've also noticed as well, when you try and spawn in some of the other variants, like for instance, if you go to some of the Extinction dinosaurs, some of them work, some of them don't. But as an example, if you spawn in the, where is it? The gas bag. it's almost like it's the old model from the previous game, but none of the textures have been added to it, so it's almost like a little bit of a placeholder. So yeah, really weird, and that's why I believe this is probably something that we shouldn't be seeing in the game at the moment. But have a play about with it. Some of the dinosaurs look really derpy when you put them in. I know the Jaboa looks quite cute until you get close to it, and its whiskers don't spawn in properly. They look like pieces of paper. But yeah, again, it's interesting that I found this, and I'm not entirely sure that it was something that we were meant to get access to. But yeah, one thing that is quite good, and I do like, is the fact you can spawn in all the building pieces really, really quickly. You can also just click all items and it'll spawn you in one of everything. And again, that's why I think it's something that possibly the trailer team would use. You can summon each boss on the map. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to have a fight. You've also got miscellaneous cheats. So these are all the kind of cheats you would normally kind of type in with your, you know, on the keyboard using your command console, or on an Xbox or a PlayStation, you have to type this in manually on your control pad. So saving the world just by clicking it is really good. Things like, which we would do quite a bit as well, setting the day of time. If you just click it, it goes between a 12-hour cycle, so it'll go to midnight or it'll go to 12 o'clock. But you can also type in here the actual time you want in the top, and then when you click on set time of day, it changes that very, very quickly for you as well. So again, this is probably something again that the the trailer team are using to set different times throughout the recording process. And again, you can also do things like change the weather cycle. So we want this to rain, we hit click rain, and you can see that it changed very, very quickly. And that's something a lot of creators have been asking for, being able to set weather cycles specifically for when you're doing your own kind of cinematic trailers and stuff like that as well. So I do think this will be a nice tool if it's going to be used in that way. But I just find it odd that you've got all these kind of weird things in, like the scorched earth items, aberration items. Now, I have tried spawning in, because one thing I was disappointed about, they didn't add Adobe, because we know Adobe came with Scorched Earth, but I did think by clicking on that, I would be able to unlock the engram or spawning in. But you can tell, again, this is work in progress, because there's a lot of placement holders as well for things like the Adobe quarter triangles and quarter walls and railings. So yeah, I don't think it's fully finished. I don't think it's the bit that we're meant to see at present. But yeah, the last thing I will show you as well, because again, this isn't going to be a long video, I just want to kind of show you what I'd found, and I want you to kind of play about with it yourself and see what you can come up with. And to be honest with you, it probably will get patched very, very shortly once the devs realise this is out. But what you can do as well, if you go to here, there's a test map area. Now, I got really excited, thinking it was going to send me to some half-finished early version of the island. But all it does, it sends you to, you get a loading screen, which is nice, but it sends you to this kind of blank Unreal Engine 5 square with blocks. The reason I left this till the end is because once you're in here, you can't get out. But again, I thought it was quite interesting that this was in the game. Let me know. Again, I don't believe it's meant to be in here. It might be, the devs might turn around and say it is meant to be in here, but I don't understand why they'd have half-finished items in a game. I know it's early access, but again, you'd want to try and keep it as polished as possible. But yeah, I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you find yourselves. If you do have a play with this, let me know if you find anything else interesting in here as well. Any other hidden gems. But with that said, I guess that's all left for me to say is thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll catch us all on the next video.